We are live inside the United Way with Miss Abbie. She is going to tell us all about what's going on with the flood right now.
Okay. The latest on the flood is a group of community leaders met yesterday. City and county officials, Red Cross, and Kokomo Urban Outreach, Rescue Mission, United Way, everyone around the table to partner with Red Cross on what they're doing to meet emergency needs.
Sure.
And then what the community does on an ongoing basis. We came out of that with a plan, very coordinated and very effective. It's just gotten better since then.
Okay.
I know that it's kind of difficult as a community member to know what to do.
Absolutely.
And you have all these places where you normally help, but in a crisis situation, it's best if you try to direct it the way that everyone is asking you to direct.
Right. And what is the best way to do that
the
right
best
now?
way, number one, is to call 211 and register yourself as a volunteer. It's not a complicated process. You just give your contact information and say, I want to volunteer. This is the kind of thing I want to do.
Okay.
So if you want to be a cleanup volunteer, we've got kind of a guerrilla cleanup crew going out every night. Travis Taplinger of Bridges Outreach heads that up. He's using a lot of church volunteers.
Sure.
So they just kind of go in and swarm through and clean everything up.
Sure.
They do an amazing job. Or you can go up to the highest level of a case assessment worker for Red Cross.
Okay.
So that's the really long training, but you're certified. I don't know if it's for life, but it's for a really long time. Yeah.
Sure.
And what you're able to do then is take people through that process. So they come to you and they say, my house was flooded, this is my damage, this is what I need, and then you can kind of make a call. Are they stable right now? Are they emotionally stable? Do they need to see a mental health professional? That kind of stuff. So it ranges from dropping off a bag of clothes to a 4-hour certification for that kind of volunteer. So they do need those kind of volunteers. It is a long-term commitment, I realize that, but if you're able to,
100%
that'd be great. But there are plenty more opportunities to do
Sure.
that. So 211 is the best. We'll take that information, we funnel it to the Red Cross.
Okay.
And then they will call you back and figure out where you can go.
Sure.
Or you can contact Travis on Twitter and he'll get you out there right now.
Absolutely.
The other thing they've done is we have lots of organizations like Salvation Army and Rescue Mission and Kokomo Urban Outreach that are all over the place taking contributions. But right now, the coordinated effort is through a warehouse on Monroe, 310 East Monroe.
Right.
Kokomo Urban Outreach is coordinating the volunteer staffing for that.
Okay.
So that is the intake and distribution.
Now, when you say intake, what does that mean? Does that mean
if you
clothes?
have something to give, anything you want to give, you can take it there. Any kind of in-kind donation, so furniture and things like that.
Is there a specific need that is most of all, like the food, water, clothing?
We're always going to need food and water. Non-perishables and food. The food, Kokomo and Howard County kind of have a hunger issue anyway.
Sure.
This just
compounds it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because you can imagine not having very many food resources and then having them all taken away all at once. So this is a problem now, and then it will continue to. So that's never a bad option.
Yeah. The numbers are staggering with that anyway.
Right, and so this
crazy.
just makes it worse. And then really the best way to give is financially right now. We, Red Cross is a highly trained and organized organization.
Sure.
So our Red Cross has 6 counties and they were all hit this time. So they were really stretched pretty thin, but they did a great job. And so, you know, a lot of these processes, we already have them in place. We can meet that immediate need right now, thanks to citizens bringing in different kind of toiletries and food and all that kind of stuff. But what we need are the resources to backfill that.
Sure.
So we have emergency aid that we can spend on operations, but then we need that to be replaced for next time.
Sure.
So we have a couple of options. The Red Cross is always an option. You know, they do great work. You can also give at United Way Kokomo.org. We have a donate button there. If you just want to cite Hoko Flood in that, you can send a check. You can drop it off. Whatever you want to do, it's up to you.
Absolutely, but the best thing that you can do is get motivated and especially with the food.
Live united.
Live united.
Yeah.
That is 100% right. And 100% of the time, 211 is always their best bet, first and foremost.
Always, yeah. We staff 211 locally Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. After that, we transfer it to Indianapolis. It's called Connect to Help. All the information that we have, they have. So if you have a resource or if you have a need, really, too, call 211 and kind of register that. The information we have is as up to date as possible, and it's also verified. We can't give it out if staff has not personally verified that. So it is accurate. So be patient, because Monday through Friday you're going to get somebody from Kokomo or Howard County. On the weekends and evenings you're going to get someone in Indianapolis. The best they can do is give you the information out of the computer. So the better our information is, the better service you'll get after hours.
But don't think that it's unimportant that if it's after hours, because it truly is 100% of the time, and you will get a call
Yes.
back, and you will be utilized. And as always, it's that after the fact. They have the donations to do an emergency situation, as you said, but it is replenishing the shelves. It is getting back to that unemergency level, which we were already, I will call it an emergency level beforehand, before the flood came.
Yeah.
So
we had a call today of a friend of a United Way staff person, and she had an issue with her water heater, which those are kind of the untold stories. We've got furnaces and water heaters in basements, and they become a problem as
Obviously
people try to live in their homes.
Yeah.
So she was looking for the cheapest thing and trying to find someone. So she found someone. They came right out. They fixed the water heater and handed her the bill and left. And she opened the bill, and it was $100 and paid in full.
Oh, wow.
So not only did he fix it for free, but he also gave her a gift to keep meeting the rest of her needs. And it was Tony Bennett of A&B Plumbing. So he's a little hometown hero there, right? I mean, who knew?
And
she was just asking for someone to fix her water heater.
Right, and stories like that are really popping up all over the place. That's why Kokomo really is one of those, I always say it, niche places that are just so amazing to live, because we really do care about our neighbors. It truly is amazing that people, even without asking, sometimes will band together and really come ahead for that cause, and you guys are running into that a lot, and you've got a lot of people to thank as well.
We do. We want to first of all thank the restaurants. Restaurants are our friends anyway. We have a lot of give back days. A lot of other nonprofits do as well. But they have absolutely stepped in and said yes. I don't think we've heard a no from when we asked. We had when I talked to Mitch Feigert at Red Cross Friday. I said, "What do you need from us?" And he said, "Water and meals to the shelter," and so we did that, and everybody said yes every step of the way. So I don't want to name all of them because I'll forget. We'll formally thank them another time.
Sure, and watch that list. We'll have it, I'm sure.
And go eat there. I mean, they have local people that say yes all the time, so they've been amazing. And we even had some caterers who aren't formally one place or another right now say, hey, we can do this. So they did 2 meals right in a row and talked to each other and made it happen. So we want to thank them. We want to thank you guys and the media, all the media. They've been great to listen to our stories and make connections, get the word out. We have a great communications council here at United Way, and we send them a text and boom, it's everywhere. So they've been amazing. The city and the county have been amazing. Memorial Gym is part of the school system, and that was no question. It was available to everyone. And they've been really good to communicate with us and let us know what they need and tell us what they need.
I can safely say as a bystander, it's been amazing at how quickly people are activated, how fast things have come around, and how quickly somebody said, I need this, and it seems like there's a line of people waiting. So again, even from our own standpoint, thank you to the community, thank you to those businesses. Again, we're going to get all of that out, as you said.
We will.
A complete list, because you don't want to just say these certain because it's still ongoing. It's still going to be ongoing for several weeks to come. There's going to be a cleanup that will last a long time, and it truly is amazing as we band together. So
and people are proactive. I mean, I will post something generic about Red Cross, and then I'll get 3 Facebook messages from specific people. What can I do? What's the latest? And as long as you're just honest with them and tell them what the needs are, they meet it every time.
Absolutely. So again, we want to thank you and 211 for getting the message out and sharing and giving. Couldn't be a better community. It's kind of, we've all wrapped our arms around each other, and we're going to get through this. So thank you, Kokomo and Howard County.